Right, so hello and welcome back to Books and Things. I hope you enjoyed that brief musical writing interlude. Today I wanted to have a quick chat about NaNoWriMo, and obviously we're now some way into December, but because I was so near to finishing the novel I was writing at the end of NaNoWriMo, I wanted to wait until I'd finished the book before making a video discussing NaNoWriMo, and I have now finished the book. So let's chat about writing and NaNoWriMo. So if you don't know, if you missed my earlier videos, in the month of November I was taking part in NaNoWriMo, or National Novel Writing Month. National Novel Writing Month is an international event where lots of people all over the world sit down to try and write a novel in the month of November, to try and write 50,000 words in 1 month. This is my 5th NaNoWriMo, and the 5th one that I've completed. I've completed NaNoWriMo every time that I've done it in terms of getting to the word count, and 4 out of the 5 times I have not finished the novel in the month but have gone on to finish the novel later, and one of the times I got to like 60,000 words but I gave up the novel after the month of November was finished. That was 3 years ago, the last time I did NaNoWriMo, so it was really nice this year to actually really enjoy NaNoWriMo, really get a lot out of it, and manage to finish the novel shortly after NaNoWriMo. So over the course of November I wrote 64,521 words. That was my word count at the end of NaNoWriMo, and then in the first 10 days of December I went on to finish the novel. And overall the final word count is 75,463 words. I'm really glad that I did NaNoWriMo this year, because it's been several years since I did it, and the last time I did it I didn't enjoy it as much as I had done previously, and I kind of fell out of love with the book by the end of it and didn't go on to finish the novel. But this time I found it really, really enjoyable. I found it really, really helpful, especially because this book, which I've been writing, which I've been calling on this channel Project L, is set over quite a short space of time, so it was actually quite nice to write it over quite a short space of time as well, and that was quite helpful with kind of the plotting and the structure and things like that. I also went to quite a few NaNoWriMo meetups, which I really, really enjoyed, and got into the habit of not only writing before work, but also doing quite a lot of writing after work, which is really nice, because in general I just write in the morning before work, which I enjoy, and I generally have like a good hour to an hour and a half in the morning to write. But actually sometimes if I'm really into something, it's good to like also just sit down in the evening and write. Whereas usually I'm more likely to do like booktube stuff and reading in the evening, whereas actually sometimes what I do want to do with my evening is write, and sometimes because I have this like routine of sitting down and writing in the morning, I have it in my head that that's the only time of day I can write, which is silly because obviously I am allowed to write in the evening as well and nobody is stopping me. So that was a nice part of NaNoWriMo as well, to remind me that I can sit down and write a chapter in the evening if I want to. It doesn't have to be in the morning when my like allotted hour of writing is. I also really enjoyed working on a new novel and working on it really quickly. I spent a lot of time editing, partly because my natural instinct when writing is to write a first draft really, really quickly and then edit it and sort it out afterwards. So a first draft will take me a couple of months, and then the editing process will take me a year. So I've been editing and rewriting 2 different books for the last like year to a year and a half. At least for the last year, so it was really nice to sit down and write something entirely new that was also a relatively new idea. Like I had the idea for this book while writing the last book, possibly while editing the last book, whereas a lot of the time I end up writing stuff where I had the ideas like several years ago and they've just been going around in my head for a really long time, so that was really nice as well. I also just really enjoyed writing the story, which is good. I know I have like a ton of work to do. It is a very rough first draft, partly just because I was writing it in NaNoWriMo, so some of the writing is a bit dodgy, and partly because like the structure of the book is quite complicated and I'm not sure I've got it completely right yet. I feel like I need to move some stuff around, but that's fine. That's all what happens in the rewriting and editing stage. So my next steps in terms of writing are to do a kind of fairly minor edit and then push the book upon my boyfriend Nick and also upon my brother to ask for their feedback, and then do a much more substantial rewrite, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I'm really pleased I did NaNoWriMo this year, and it was really successful for me, and I'm really glad as well that I've managed to finish the book off after NaNoWriMo. I think as well actually because I've done NaNoWriMo lots of times before and then finished the book off afterwards, but actually it was quite good this year that I was writing a novel that I knew was going to be fairly short, so I didn't have to, like I finished it quite quickly after NaNoWriMo, because actually after writing with that intensity for a month, you do start to flag. Like my average daily word count during NaNoWriMo was 2,150 words, and there were at least 2 days I didn't write anything, and a couple of days when I wrote like less than 500 words. So a lot of days I was writing like 3,000, 4,000 words a day. That's a lot of words to bang out, and therefore in the first 10 days of December when NaNoWriMo was over, although I was still writing and I was still getting through the book, my average word count was down to like 1,000 words and had like halved just because I was quite tired. Obviously that's still quite a lot of words, but not the same pace that I've been doing in NaNoWriMo. I was hoping to keep up the pace of NaNoWriMo for like another few days after NaNoWriMo and finish the book, but I just couldn't I just couldn't sustain that pace any longer than that. I feel like NaNoWriMo is the correct amount of time. Like a month is the right amount of time to write with that intensity, and more is a bit too much. But I'm so glad that I did it this year. I'm so glad that I have a first draft to work with, to go back to and rewrite and sort out and improve. And yeah, NaNoWriMo is fun. I recommend it for those of you who write, if you would ever like to join in future. It's really, really good fun, and I find it really useful. I don't think it suits everybody's writing style. I don't think it is for everybody, but even if it's just like a month to write more than you usually would, even without a specific kind of word goal in mind, that is a good thing about NaNoWriMo as well. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say today. I just wanted to check in and let you know how NaNoWriMo went for me. And yeah, please let me know down in the comments if you took part in NaNoWriMo, if you enjoyed it, if you would consider taking part in NaNoWriMo in the future if you haven't before. And that's all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with another Vlogmas video.